And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports One. And we are back. We got the full crew in the house. That is what it's all about. The Yankees, out of any team in the league, are the best equipped to handle a blow like this.
I think there is a higher power at play here. He's due law of averages. That dude is the ultimate scrub. It's trash. Yeah. Every person you have in there is fucking trash.
Next game, you're going to see a big performance. You can see it in the end of the game, and I'm just totally stoked and excited for this.
And we are back. Welcome to another edition of the Sports Pour here on a Monday, right. A post-Christmas Monday. Barnes and Tony once again, and we didn't even talk about this before the show, but it feels like we haven't had a show in about 9 years.
Yeah, dude.
What's going on, man?
Not much, dude. Merry Christmas. Happy to be back, dude. Early Happy New Year. Hope everyone there at home had a great holiday, family, whatever you celebrate. Awesome. But yeah, dude, definitely felt a little like I don't know what we did last year, but I don't know.
Yeah, it did feel like there was that break, but you think about
break,
1
dude.
year, I mean, 1 day back, so you have to think about it. So what? Christmas was on Wednesday.
Right.
I'm guessing we did. I feel like maybe we did Christmas Eve and then, but yeah, with you. And maybe I just did the shows.
I think maybe you did the show with Mike, like
that
that
must
Thursday,
have been.
Friday
Must
or
have
something
been.
like that,
Yeah.
too, while I was still home. But yeah, dude, definitely, felt like we were apart for a while.
Yes.
But no, dude, great Christmas. Got the Rangers hat you're looking at right now, dude.
There we
Stoked
go.
about it. Fitted.
Maybe we can
Let's
get a
go,
win
dude.
tonight.
I freaking hope so, dude. I'm sure we'll be breaking down the game. Hurricanes, Rangers on the road.
Beat him last time. In
Rangers, best road record in that league. So when I hang on that, fine. But yeah, dude, stoked. Stoked to be back, dude. Hope everyone had a great holiday. I know you had a great holiday. The filet, dude.
Yes,
the food,
La Fontana.
Max Fried. Yeah, dude, La Fontana again, dude. Kudos to them. Just gotta say, like
highly recommended.
Absolutely, like just hammered it, dude. The service, the food, everything was on point. And in a packed house, big holiday too, dude. So never missing a beat over there.
The recognition it deserves.
Exactly.
It is one of those teams that we joke around. Obviously, we still have one more game left here tonight between the Falcons and the Rams for week 17, but it's finally like that. Week 18, dude. Can you believe it's week 18?
Believe it, dude.
So, some stuff still to be determined. Obviously, we'll talk about the games from this past weekend, but the fact that we're going to get winner go home Sunday Night Football, Ravens, Steelers, even though both of those teams aren't at the top of their games, this year,
Stoked.
I think that's still going to be must-watch TV as were a lot of the games over the weekend. And before we get to the recap, a bunch of comments we could get to.
Of course, do we have Ernie in the house with the ear, and he says, listening on my new work beanie with headphones built in. LOL. Sounds pretty sick.
Yeah,
sounds like
it's awesome, man.
Ernie had a good Christmas.
Yeah.
Love to hear that, dude. Ernie says, awesome. He says, let's effing go. DTV, baby.
Let's
go,
go,
Pack, go. LFG Lakeshore. Got to appreciate, the fandom there with the Packers.
And you notice he beat Josh B to it. Josh B trying to get Barton Carlin on the iPad. So, he's a little late to the show today.
Yeah, he was. 10:03 clocking in.
I'm guessing. I don't know who's in.
Fam?
Ty? Is Ty in? Did they say?
Maybe it is Ty, dude. I would appreciate that. I'd like to listen to Ty.
I mean, he's got to be in some show. If it's not that show, then it's the afternoon show.
Right, exactly. I don't know who else they would have, though. Renan and Adsman this morning, who did a good job.
Grassa? Maybe Grassa?
Well, Grassa after, really?
No. I'm saying maybe he's filling in for one of the shows.
So I mean, maybe you're right. I mean, it was odd that he wasn't on in the morning, I kind of thought, so.
So I'm sure Josh will let us know. I mean, he's listening right now.
Yes,
So
dude, getting a chuckle, the laughing. The parka. Goon Collector in the house says, happy holidays, you guys. Can't spell for nothing, he says. So excited.
Happy holidays.
And my mother, hi, fellas. What did I miss?
Yes.
Nothing. Did we talk Christmas a little bit? We did.
A little
yes.
bit off camera. More details.
Yes.
But yes, La Fontana, all the food, Mary, the hospitality. We already know. Hope you had a great Christmas.
Yes,
Judging from what Anthony said, you did.
It was tremendous. Everyone had a great time. Everyone.
Wow. I feel like we just went through the comments real quick.
Yeah, dude. Everyone's jacked up, ready to go. It's like we're not even missing a beat today.
Well,
dude.
and you notice Josh B still didn't tell us who's on right now because obviously he's listening to that show.
Yeah, no, I guess so.
So I'm sure he'll tell us eventually.
I hope so, man.
Once the power hour is over with. That's for sure. But let's get into it. The multiple crew calls that there are.
Busy day.
Let's go to the world of the National Football League.
This kid is special, man. This you didn't even think to do that.
Gonna run for it. He got it. And there he goes. Oh, the play of the year in the NFL. Throws intercepted by Surtain. Nobody's gonna catch him. Jones through the end zone. Touchdown.
Quincy Williams leveling Murray.
There he goes. Jamar Chase.
Not yet.
Touchdown Bengals. Stafford. Williams. What a hit by Buda Baker. Buda Baker just saved a touchdown.
As Tony's just making a quick adjustment here. Your mother saying Merry Christmas. Definitely Merry Christmas to you, Mary. Josh B saying, shake my head. Pat O'Keefe and Bart. LOL. Good morning, all. Donna says.
Morning, Donna.
Good morning, Donna. And Mary saying I was on the phone with Birkenstock. Damn. You could always wind it back, Mary.
Yes.
It kind of interesting. Bart, getting right back in the saddle. You don't usually see that, but maybe you get paid time and a half. I don't know. Or some type of bonus. But who knows? Or maybe he just wanted to talk football.
Yeah, maybe.
Hard to blame him on that.
He does like football.
But by the way, this NFL segment is brought to you by Velvet Llama Premium Canned Cocktails, crafted by NYC bartenders with a playful spirit. Enjoy their award-winning espresso martini with Italian espresso and chocolate notes, crisp mascot meal with Nigerian ginger, or the spicy margarita with organic agave and jalapeno. These ready-to-drink treats are made with the finest ingredients. Grab yours at velvetllama.com and ride the smooth wave with Velvet Llama. So games galore. And obviously we got started early on Thursday. So a Christmas triple header. And looking at the matchups, it seemed like these were going to be one-sided, kind of unintriguing games. But actually, 2 out of the 3 were close, down to the wire. And we got started out with the Cowboys winning 30-23 to improve to 7-8-1 in the season. The Commanders dropped to 4-12. Dak carving up this Washington defense, 307 yards passing, 2 touchdowns, hit Kevontae Turpin with a 86-yarder. And it's what we've seen out of the Cowboys all season. Great offense, lack of defense, and obviously 23 points for them is basically pitching a shutout, but you're going against Josh Johnson, who was probably a year or 2 younger than Phillip Rivers out there for the Commanders. But with the win, Dallas has a chance this week. You beat the Giants. And to make Jason Garrett smile, they would complete yet another 8-8 season. I know technically the one tie as well. But that was a feat that Garrett accomplished 4 out of the 10 years as the Dallas head coach. But the one thing I would say, because at this point, and you understand, so, if you're not a team that's either prepping or looking to win to get into the playoffs, you're like, oh, I don't want to win any of these games, yada, yada, yada. But I really do think Dallas, this year set a foundation that offense is special. And, they got some help, with some trades this year. But if they could just retool this defense, come next year, this could be one of the best teams in the NFC with that offense, especially if you re-sign George Pickens. You would imagine that at the very least they would franchise tag him.
Yeah, I guess so. And Pickens seems pretty happy there with Dak too. Obviously, no doubt, look at his production this season. But what do you think the odds are that they do kind of complete this team and get that well-rounded?
Oh, yeah. No, I think they're going to. Because,
yeah?
I think as long as Dak's healthy, obviously he's had injuries from time to time in his career. But the production, like we like to say, has popped off the page this year. Dak has thrown for 4,482 yards, 30 touchdowns, 10 picks. In running the ball, they've actually ran the ball pretty well. Javonte Williams, that was a big signing, 11 touchdowns, 1,200 yards on the ground. Pickens has become the number 1 wide receiver, 14-20, 9 touchdowns. So outdoing CeeDee Lamb, who's over 1,000 himself. Flora now, or Noy, has had some good games as well. So they've just done a very good job offensively. And, Dak's not getting any younger. So you would imagine they want to take full advantage of, an opportunity to be a contender next year. And I think too, there were a lot of eye rolls at the initial hire. But I think Brian Schottenheimer's done a good job as head coach, despite a 7-8-1 record. I mean, I think that falls on the defense. Eberflus is expected to be fired, but I think it was like that continuity carrying over with Schottenheimer, offensive coordinator last year, now, the head coach this year. So I think that was a good move.
Oh, for sure. I mean, their offense really hasn't missed a beat at all, it seems like, this season. So
yeah. And, the Commanders, far cry from last year, but, they're a team you would imagine, rebuild around Jaden Daniels. Krosky Merritt had a great game, the rookie running back, 105 and 2 scores. So we'll see how we rebuild that team. Obviously, a lot of help needed on the defensive end. The surprise of the day, the Vikings, and it was interesting. This game was the Week 18 Sunday Night Football game last year to win the division #1 seed. And the Lions beat the Vikings. This time, the Vikings beat the Lions. I believe they swept them this year. But both teams are 8-8. People talking about Dan Campbell getting fired. But I think this was just an impressive win and shows the value of good coaching because Kevin O'Connell isn't exactly working with a stacked deck. Mac Brosmer threw for 51 yards, yet they win this football game. Addison had the 65-yard rushing touchdown. The defense played well. Jared Goff looked very pedestrian, 2 interceptions for the Lions, and they only ran for 68 yards. We kind of talked about this last week, but a game like this, officially being eliminated, I mean, do you think it's warranted, the conversation about Campbell possibly being shown the door?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I mean, to be honest, like, with this colossal loss, and I feel like almost what you said to Dak is almost what you can say for Goff, where he's not getting any younger, And I mean, I feel like Goff, like you mentioned the picks, he had 3 fumbles as well, 5 turnovers total for Jared Goff. I mean, like, kind of outrageous. And when you do think about that, I mean, I don't know. I feel like it's not uncommon from to have games like this in big spots. We've seen some sketchy games from Goff and some sketchy games from Campbell. So I guess maybe a roundabout way to say yes to your answer. Yeah, I feel like that Detroit is almost in a scenario where you want to move on from Goff, move on from Campbell. Maybe find a new head coach, quarterback option. I mean, we'll see. I don't know. It's obviously kind of tough, dude, because I feel like there's a lot of other problems, and their defense hasn't been great most of the year. Obviously, a lot of injuries and stuff like that. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like, the Dan Campbell, the play calling didn't work out. The erratic behavior sometimes, like with the 4th down calls and stuff like that. I mean, these things haven't exactly been. It doesn't seem like it's very polished over there for Detroit. So I don't know. I mean, what do you think? Do you think it is time to move on?
I would say maybe just force some staff changes because clearly the coordinators that replaced Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn didn't work out this year. So I think too, Campbell is a good leader. He builds culture, but I just think you want him in the CEO role. So I would keep him, but definitely make some strong coordinator hires. That would be my recommendation. Obviously, the talent's there. The defense needs to be rebuilt. But it's going to be interesting what both teams do. You'd imagine Kevin O'Connell's safe with Minnesota, but what do they do at quarterback? I guess they're going to give McCarthy more of a chance, but at least give him some competition, for training camp this year. But we'll see. And AFC West showdown in Arrowhead again, closer than anticipated, but despite Chris Oladikin getting the start for the Chiefs, throwing for 66 yards, but had a touchdown pass, had a chance late to win, but unable to complete that drive down the field. So Denver 13-3, inside track here at that #1 seed in the AFC. If they're able to win this week. Bo Nix didn't have his best game, but it was enough. A touchdown, a pick, 182 yards. And they ran the ball effectively, 128 yards rushing and a touchdown. But I would say, I think it was a good effort by Kansas City not to just give up, fold the way you would expect with the season over, Kelsey's looming retirement, the Mahomes injury, all of that. It's just kind of crazy to see them sitting there 6-10, but I have full confidence next year. I think they're going to win this division next year. I don't even know what the team looks like, but it doesn't matter. Reed, Mahomes, Kelsey out. Maybe you start to like the Chiefs a little more with Kelsey out of the picture, or no?
Oh, you're asking me that?
Yeah.
I mean,
no Swifts, right?
No, that's fine. That's fine. It's not like I hated them because of that,
right? But I think it makes it better. I mean, you're definitely not a Kelsey guy.
No, I'm not a Kelsey guy, dude.
Yeah.
I am not. But yeah, I mean, obviously, listen, I like Andy Reid. appreciate what the type of man he is, type of coach he is.
Steve Spagnuolo on the defensive
yeah,
side.
no, very cool, very likable coaching staff.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I guess I don't want to see Mahomes be non-competitive for the rest of his career.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. I mean, I'm rooting for a comeback for sure, but I'm excited with the state of affairs in the NFL right now in terms of competitiveness, right? With the teams. I mean,
it's gonna be a great playoffs.
This isn't like Buckta where there's no Doc Emmerich. I'm not gonna watch.
Oh man, Butka. Still excited about Hurley. It's funny too. I don't know if you saw on social media posts about how Lakers are better without LeBron in the family
really?
jet. It's time to move on. No one answered though.
Stop
that
it.
stuff. And then they win last night. Then he has the picture of the win on his Instagram story with LeBron in the picture. So just funny, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde, Mr. Butka. But Saturday, we had some good games. The Texans, same result as the playoff game last year, 20-16 over the Chargers, jumped out to a 14-0 lead. Defense held as it has all season. Their 8th straight victory. And you really look at it, 11-2 since starting 0-3. So both teams at 11-5 here, and the Texans still with an opportunity to win that division. And
love that
they win despite Stroud throwing 2 picks, but they sacked Herbert 5 times. Got an interception as well. Woody Marks leading the way in rushing with 71 yards, and it just kind of seems like it's the same formula for the Texans. They're not going to score 1 million points. Right. Offense is a little limited, but because they continue to get off after the quarterback and do a decent job, against the run, I mean, they're going to be in almost every football game.
Yeah, dude. I mean, that's exactly what happened. I mean, so many times I feel like series for the Chargers, 3 and outs, incompletions there. The pick also, which
tipped. Was it tipped?
I don't think it was tipped, dude.
You gotta go the all 22.
You gotta
watch the all 22.
But that was what towards the end of the half too. So it's like and then actually I think after the Stroud pick too. So it's like you kind of thought Chargers momentum swinging. Herbert pick. And then obviously, just getting bottled up every single time. Missed field goal before the half as well. It just seemed like that pesky defense, even some of the special teams coming in clutch on the defensive side. I mean, it just made it impossible for the Chargers getting momentum, and good for the Texans, I guess. What is that, like 8 in a row? Maybe
8 in a row.
8 in a row.
And like I said, 11-2 since that 0-3 start. And I know we don't talk defense, much on this show, but the job that Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. do on both sides on the ends there. 14 sacks for Hunter, 12 sacks for Anderson Jr. And then you throw in Derek Barnett and Danico Autry as your backup rotational guys. They got 5 and 3.5 sacks respectively. So a lot of different guys getting sacks, getting after the quarterbacks. And it's just a great job. What D'Amico Ryans has done, as head coach, it's been tremendous. It really has. And like I said, despite inconsistent offense after that first year, the Chargers 11-5, still another great year. And I think first time franchise history, a coach has started with 2 straight 11-win seasons. So, I mean, Harbaugh has done a great job there, with the Chargers. And, it would be interesting to see if we get this matchup again in the playoffs. That was, I think it ended up being one-sided last year. Obviously, this game was close, and I would expect, more of the same. But yeah, I just can't wait for the playoffs, man. It's like I said, I mean, it really, right? I mean, just feels like as wide open as we've ever seen. A lot of good teams too.
What do you mean by that?
I'm saying like in the playoffs, there isn't too many like bottom feeders.
Like
you want to talk about whoever wins the North in the AFC and the South in the NFC. You want to maybe debate that, but all the other teams, the wild card teams, a lot of
for
quality,
sure, dude. I mean,
Niners,
Seahawks. I mean, these are teams that could get in as wild cards. It's like, whoa, dude, like that's crazy because you've seen that wild card, like obviously versus a higher seeded team, and it's like who's really like the underdog, sort of deal. So,
what's the advantage here?
Exactly, dude. Bills are gonna have to force their way to get some wins on the road this offseason too if they want to go far, right? So it's like, yeah, dude, it sets up for a lot of good storylines, a lot of good football. Stoked for the playoffs for sure.
And I think we mentioned this, but Ravens Steelers Sunday Night Football for the division after the Ravens beat the Packers on Saturday night, 41-24. Snoop Huntley getting the start for Lamar Jackson. Only throws for 107 yards, touchdown, ran for 60. But they're all set with the running dude as they rush for 307 yards, 53 attempts. And King Henry, 36 carries, a career high, 216 yards, 4 touchdowns. So the Ravens alive and well. Like I said, we'll have an opportunity here to get to the playoffs, to win the AFC North. And it's just kind of ironic because we've been calling for this all year. I mean, Derrick Henry, when he gets the football, it's just unbelievable what he does with it. And you want to say, oh, well, this year where, you think about last year where he's around 2,000 rushing yards. This year, he hasn't been as good. 1469, 5.1 yards per carry, 16 rushing touchdowns.
Yeah. No, I mean, obviously, bless you. He's been great. I mean, I think maybe people just look at the first couple. What do you have, like 3 turnovers in his first 4 games? Something like that
fumble on opening night.
Yeah, the fumbles were bad. And I guess just not being used as much, dude. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. I mean, obviously, you look at this game like this. Clearly, he was the guy that tilted the scale in the favor of the Ravens here. And you think of last week against the Patriots when, Lamar goes down second half. I think Henry had like 5 carries.
Right.
I don't know if it was just like a light bulb moment there for the play calling scenarios, but why has this not been a recipe all season long? Because he has not gotten as many carries. Like, do you think that they were like saving Henry? You think maybe he's like banged up or not 100%, so they're just kind of using him tentatively?
I think they initially, going into this year, wanted to keep him fresh down the stretch, needing for the playoffs, this and that. But then obviously, you have your backs against the wall. You're on the verge of being eliminated. And then you get help with the Browns beating the Steelers. And here you are, everything on the line, Sunday Night Football. Collinsworth talking about John Harbaugh, Mike Tomlin, how long they've been there, the AFC North. That's going to be tough.
Yeah.
But it should be a good game, I would imagine.
Put it on mute.
In Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, dude.
So, yeah, I mean, they lived to see another day, and obviously the Packers banged up, went with Willis. He got injured, but boy, the way he's played, it's kind of interesting. He was looked at as a bust, second round pick. I believe he went to Ole Miss. And he came in there before that. Obviously, they got Cam Ward. He ends up getting traded to the Packers. This is the last year of his rookie deal. He's set to make a lot of money in free agency. He's looked poised, and has definitely shown. He could be a starting quarterback in this league. Only 26 years old. Oh, and Liberty, right? He did go to Liberty.
Where do you go to college?
Yeah, so that's something interesting. I'm sure the Packers would love to keep him, but maybe that salary is too much. But we'll see. And also, I see on here, your mother says, by the way, you're only apart for 5 days. Very true. Concept of time.
Yes.
And then we do have Matt in here checking in and says, oh, howdy, bruz. And good to hear from him. And
Josh, be silent, by the way, since the Pat O'Keefe comment.
Yeah, very silent because he's listening to Pat O'Keefe on ESPN Radio.
I don't know what the deal was, though. No YouTube live.
Yeah, I saw that. Maybe they just figured not worth the production costs. Nobody cares type of thing. I don't know. Right?
I mean, I care. It would have been nice to see the YouTube stream on this morning. I went to my YouTube. I was like, where is it? What's happening? What's going on? But that's fine, dude. I get it. Trust me. Anyone who gets it,
If anybody gets it, dude. Was there a day? I hadn't really listened much. I'm guessing there wasn't a Dave Rothenberg calling from the Cayman Islands or wherever.
Wherever it was, St. Martin or whatever he is. No, I don't know. They texted him, no answer. They tried to do a wellness check, no answer.
Well, it's just one of those things because the reason I mentioned this, and I don't know my settings, the order is the Giants game first here for the Sunday games. They end up winning, as we all know now, 34-10.
Right.
I can only imagine if he was on air today, but I just feel like the theatrics of fans, and you understand it to an extent, but getting tight at their team, like, the Giants, if they had lost that game, that they would have the number 1 pick. But it's just like there's no such thing as tanking in the NFL.
Right.
You're gonna get killed, and Jackson Dart is playing for his future with this team in the league. So you're not taking a game off. That's just not how. The only way you could effectively tank is do something like the Raiders did. Max Crosby, IR. I don't know if you saw that. Like he's posting on Instagram, shooting baskets in his home gym. That he's fine, he's tight, so maybe he gets moved. But that's the only way you can effectively tank. Like the guys that are playing,
Right.
they're going to play hard. And that is what it is. And they still could get the number 1 pick, but even if they don't, it seems like there's a lot of question. Is Fernando Mendoza the guy from Indiana? Either way, you're still going to have a top pick. So I just feel like even though, Dave will point it to be a tragedy. And I understand, again, you could trade that number 1 pick, get more assets.
Yeah.
You're still going to have a very good draft pick.
Right.
You have things to build around, and you just need to bring in the right coach and the right general manager, even though it doesn't seem like necessarily they'll get rid of Shane, but they might. So I think it's just one of those things, right? I mean, I like to look at things realistically. And like I said, it doesn't mean that there's not some frustration, but to be mad at the team, I feel like that is unrealistic.
Yeah, no, I mean, it is. And I mean, like to your point, dude, I mean, there is no way anybody, no matter like if there were starters, especially if they're not starters. I mean, if you're sitting someone because you don't want them to get hurt, games don't matter. Like, there's no way in hell this guy who gets called up, who's not going to be in the scenario typically, isn't going to play his hardest and try to get a job, try to be shown, try to be known, try to make some waves. So, I mean, there is no tanking. Yes. From a player's perspective, you can't make someone not do good. It just doesn't work like that. It is unfortunate they ended up losing, like you said, still a high draft pick. Now, there is a lot of talk. I was hearing this like before Christmas even too, that Mendoza is the guy and that like Giants fans like are maybe even calling for like our quarterback position is not locked in by any means. Like
well,
Jackson
I think it was if you
anything.
get the number 1 pick, new coach wants his guy, this and that. But being that if they don't get the number 1 pick, and I think then they would stick with Dart. But I think that only comes up if they get the number 1 pick.
Do you think that's a good move though? I mean, like if you get the number 1 pick, you're in charge here with the Giants. Like, are you going to draft a quarterback and get rid of Dart?
I would move down because I think Dart's good.
Yeah,
I think Dart's good. Just get the right coach in there. You don't get too cute with it. And it's not like he's shown that he's not good. I think he just needs more help around him.
Right.
And I think he'd be a good quarterback. I mean, I thought he played pretty well yesterday, right?
Well.
I mean, 22 of 30, 207, didn't turn it over. Ran for 48 yards and 2 rushing touchdowns, finding Dow Robinson 11 for 113. And it's going to be interesting that I guess they would lose, even though, the Chiefs are just so limited, but that's who they finish up with next week. The Raiders, and a loss to them would secure the number 1 pick. Geno Smith got injured in this game, I think a high ankle sprain, so he's done for the year. So Kenny Pickett will be starting that game, for the Raiders. And, I guess if there was a team other than the Giants that needed the number 1 pick, it would be the Raiders. So, I'm expecting them to lose that game because I still think we're talking about a battle of backup quarterbacks, but the rest of the roster, I think the Chiefs roster, far better. And I'm sure like Travis Kelce wants to go on a high note. So I wouldn't be surprised if the Chiefs end up routing the Raiders as bad as they've looked this year, and especially being on their 3rd-string quarterback. I do expect them to win that game. We'll see. Giants finish up with the Cowboys. You expect them to lose that game. So I think there's a scenario where if actually I want to look up Tankathon here. Let's see. But I think if the Giants win, Raiders lose, I believe that the Giants would still get the number 1 pick because they have the harder schedule. Strength of schedule. No. Okay.
No.
That's interesting. But the Jets. So it looks like the Giants can't get the number 1 pick. If anybody can confirm that with me. Well, just because I think strength of schedule is the tiebreaker. And the Jets and the Titans have a harder strength of schedule than the Giants. So,
let's see what AI has to say.
But they're they need to lose their final game, and the Raiders need to win their final game. Okay. Oh, but I guess the strength of schedule isn't complete yet, so that's what it would be. So, yeah, they still could get that number 1 pick. And right now, the Jets have the 3rd overall pick, which is pretty good, and you'd expect them to lose to the Bills. So maybe they can move up to 2 here, possibly 1. I know that's probably more of a Hail Mary, but, I guess we'll see what happens.
We'll see.
And then in a game between 2 bad teams, the Bengals blow out the Cardinals 37-14. The Burrow effect when he's there, they typically win. 305, 2 touchdowns. Chase Brown, 22 for 101 and 2 scores. And Jamar Chase had 2 touchdowns after, I believe, not scoring for 9 games.
Is that right?
Yes, it is right.
What the hell is that about?
Backup quarterbacks. Burrow's missed most of the year with that turf toe.
Yeah, but this is what Burrow's 3rd week back.
Yeah. But you know what I mean? You can still have a really good game, but then you don't get the touchdown. Oh, tackled at the 1. They run the ball when they're nearby. Sometimes it takes breaking that 70-yard touchdown to score. You just give me that look right now. You don't want to hear it, but to me, it seems like the 4.5. It's the 4.5.
Should be better. Be better.
It's the 4.5. The double crew calls pending. Hope there's some coffee, a box of Joe waiting at the crew call. Any chance of that? Or?
No, I think pretty slim, dude.
They don't hook it up at all with food, drinks, anything.
Especially not now when it's school's not even there. It's just going to be a kind of skeleton crew, dude. Yeah, a little stiff, dude.
Wow. But yeah, I mean, almost same conversation we had with the Bengals and the Cowboys. The offensive pieces are there. But what are they going to do on defense? They move on from Al Golden after 1 year. And like we've talked about with that cheap owner, they probably will not fire Zach Taylor. So you've heard Burrow chirping, so I'm sure he wants some influence on what they're going to do to fix this team. But we'll see.
As he should.
And you would expect the Cardinals to not only move on from Jonathan Gannon, but possibly Kyler Murray as well, as they drop to 3-13. And Matt also adds here, yes, very frustrating that Aaron Glenn will be the Jets head coach next season. That's what they're talking about on ESPN Radio this morning. I'm sure Josh could give us a full synopsis on that as he's currently listening to Bart Scott and
Pat O'Keefe
right now. It'd be interesting to see. Maybe we can get a live look in from Josh on that. Yeah, so that was that. And then the Browns, 4th straight year they've won their home game against the Steelers, 13-6. Despite Shador, I believe it was 2 picks yesterday. And the Steelers having a chance late to drive down the field and score, but they don't. Myles Garrett doesn't get the sack record, but the Browns get the win. And with the loss, Steelers, unable to clinch that division, so it sets up the winning in game. In Pittsburgh Sunday night. Collinsworth ready.
Love that.
How do you feel about that game right now? I'm feeling, even though it is a Steelers home game, I'm feeling Baltimore right now. Henry. We'll see if Jackson plays. I mean,
Metcalf back.
Right. And you notice Josh B doesn't mention anything about the Pat O'Keefe looking because hand caught in the cookie jar or no?
Definitely, dude.
Yeah.
Coming in, probably saw that Matt commented, I haven't really been paying attention.
Oh, no. Sorry, I gotta go back to Pat O'Keefe. Sorry.
What are they talking about, you think, right now, dude?
I mean, I have no idea. Matt saying hello to Josh. I thought it's not on ESPN on YouTube, though, no?
It's not. They go to the app.
Odyssey app.
Let's see, dude.
That was a great first round series last year. That was my gift to you, 2 minutes to talk about anything but the Jets. But unfortunately, we've got to get back to these calls at 1-800-919.
Josh B calling in. Imagine Josh B on the line.
Let's go to David and Elizabeth.
Oh,
bro, I just thought of that with David. David from Maryland called in again. I think he gets hammered and calls into. I swear to God, I forgot what he said, but
fun.
But I'm saying, I think he's
tight.
Yeah, it's more than just chips,
Oh God, dude. I mean, it's a tough year for Washington.
Tough year. Future Hall of Famer. And then he says probably talking about hair products.
Wow.
And then Josh B with the just suck.
They do suck, dude.
But I was in the middle asking you about that though. I mean, are you thinking? And let's assume Lamar goes. I mean, you think they win?
Honestly,
Pittsburgh at home.
No.
You think it's gonna be Pittsburgh?
I think it's gonna be Pittsburgh, dude.
Okay.
I think, Brown's obviously great defense, I would say better than the Ravens, at this point. And just Warner's bottled up, no Metcalf.
But what about Henry just up the gut?
I think it will be a shootout. I'm sure the Ravens will find a way to score. I would be curious to see how many touches Henry actually gets.
He's a little tired from this week.
Yeah, who knows, dude? But obviously important game, a lot of the line. I would expect him to put it all out there. But still, I think Steelers, it could be like a 28-27 game.
Wow.
All-time classic.
Maybe a 2-point conversion stopped at the end for the win. And then Ernie adds Lamar would have to go, but if Lamar doesn't play, they win. But it's interesting. I mean, Huntley playing yesterday, he still got the win. I know, obviously, Packers with the injuries. But I just think if you run the ball like that, you could beat anybody. And then he says, "You think Rodgers can be back with the Steelers next year?" I wouldn't necessarily
Wow.
be surprised.
Me neither.
Honestly, I know he kind of alluded to going into the year that this would be it, but especially if they don't win that game, I just feel like, I mean, you think about it. I mean, his last playoff game was 4 years ago, going on 5 years ago,
Right.
because he didn't make it the last year in Green Bay. Obviously, the 2 years with the Jets, and here are the Steelers. So, we'll have to see. And then Ernie says the offense will run through Derrick Henry and they'll win. And then he says, who else is there to QB? No, it's just Huntley. Is that what he's asking? Who the Ravens quarterback?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm surprised, Barton O'Keefe didn't mention that,
Man, dude.
It's been a
decent year for Rodgers.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you never know with him, dude.
But also, I feel like you gotta get.
Are we saying for Pittsburgh if no Rodgers?
Oh, gotcha.
I don't even know who their backup is.
No, but I know Tomlin doesn't like to develop quarterbacks. Well, no, I think it's Mitch. No, or
Trubisky.
Mason
Rudolph.
But it's just like, I just feel like you need a future quarterback, and it's almost better if he comes back because then he could just sit. And then Ernie says these hoes ain't loyal, Barnes. Talking about Josh. Ernie's cracking up about that one. Anyway, have you heard from Zach, by the way? The Saints, 4th straight win, 34-26. Shuck playing well, but I have a feeling Zach probably tight. They were in conversation for number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean, 2 weeks ago, like he was like, "Oh yeah, Shuck looks good," but it's just like it's not like it's a fucking joke,
Yeah,
So
that's what he said.
Yeah.
I don't know
though.
I don't know if I necessarily agree with that. I think Kellen Moore, Chris Olave, and I think Shuck's playing well. So it's like, I know you want a high pick, but I feel like these are the type of performances you wanted to see. They've played well at home. I think there's something to build around here. Estime had almost 100 yards rushing.
Yeah, I guess so. But I mean, I'm sure those are things you probably want to see like develop by week 3.
Right.
Right.
But no, I mean, it wasn't. What I'm saying is, it wasn't going to be a big year this year anymore.
Yes. No. Very true. Very true. Very true. Matty G also here says, "Let's go, boys."
And just like Matty G, Ernie is not watching others.
9:58. I was here not watching others.
So
seems like he said that before a few times.
Yeah. But it's interesting with this game. I think, despite both of these teams having lost seasons, the Titans with 3 wins, the Saints with 6, I feel like both feel like they have their quarterback. I mean, I think Cam Ward has played better as the season has progressed. And I think with some new help, new coach, I think you got something to work with. We'll see if, Tony Pollard is back. Same thing with Chris Olave for the Saints. But those are 2 teams I think next year watch out for in terms of maybe taking a step forward.
Definitely.
But we'll see. The Colts were once 7-1. They're now 8-8. And it seems like it's been the theme of Phillip Rivers back with the Colts. Close, but just not enough. And Ernie says that's what we call those people, the others. But Jacksonville's been on fire, 12-4. Trevor Lawrence didn't throw a touchdown, but 263, had to pick, only sacked twice, and they ran the ball effectively, 121 yards. Trevor Lawrence with 2 rushing touchdowns. Rivers threw a pick as well as Riley Leonard at the end of the game on the Hail Mary. But Jacksonville's rolling, and I think Liam Cohen, right? I mean, deserves to be lauded with what he's done with this group this year.
Certainly. I mean, Jags are a team too that, a little bit of a late bloomer, I feel, this season. But I mean, obviously, right place, right time. Jags obviously hitting the Colts at the right time as well. Division in hand. I don't know though. I feel like sometimes the Jags, Trevor Lawrence, don't you think they play down to their opponent? I mean, don't you think that they should be a little more decisive?
I don't necessarily think the Colts are that bad. I think their defense is kind of mediocre, but Taylor's great. And I think Rivers, I mean, I know those are pedestrian numbers, but I still think it's like they're competing. So it's a road game, a divisional game. I had to say, I have completely flipped on Jacksonville. And by the way, this was their 7th straight win. If they beat the Titans, this week, they will win the AFC South.
That's crazy, dude. Talk about completely flipping. I mean,
they flipped. Speaking of flipping, And we're not talking about Josh B going back to ESPN Radio, by the way.
Matthew Gabriel says the last couple of years, the teams have sucked, come back the next year and are sick. Bears, Pats from last year to this year.
And then, no, that's a great point.
It is.
But then you have those teams that go from sucking this year to sucking next year. And who are we talking about? We're talking about the Jets. But it just shows what is possible if you have competent leadership, ownership, general manager, head coach, yada, yada, yada. So, I mean, I would expect Jacksonville to beat the Titans next week and wrap up that division, but we'll see. The Bucks, not exactly wrapping up the division, but virtue of, I guess they will need the Falcons to lose tonight, which I would imagine they will. But it should be winning in Saturday night against the Panthers, who ended up losing yesterday. But 20-17, Baker, I mean, I think played better than he had in a while.
Yeah.
But still not enough. Losing to a lousy Miami team. Both teams are now 7-9. And it's interesting. That game is in Tampa. We've seen the Panthers play well at home. Almost seemed like that was going to be a close game with Seattle yesterday, but then Seattle pulls away in the second half. But what are your just like thoughts at this very moment in terms of who you like in that game?
Oh my God, dude. I mean, it's tough. Dude. I feel like it could almost be a flip of the coin at this point, to be honest. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess Panthers, it's like, all right, I just got to have confidence in them.
They've been a better team this year, obviously.
They have been, dude. And the Bucks have been wavering. It seems like Baker also wavering. So, but I don't know, man. I kind of refuse to believe there's not like some juice left
for
to
Baker
squeeze out here. Yeah, dude. Like,
well, I think at home is big,
right?
Like I said, I think they already lost the game if it's in Carolina.
Yeah. So,
but I'm gonna go with that. But then again, I know we're gonna be sitting here, and it's like not gonna be surprised if they end up blowing it.
Yeah, not gonna be surprised. Not betting on it for sure. Not like just I don't know. Can't bring myself to
and then the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins have not quit. 7-9. So it's interesting. You would expect Stephen Ross to fire Mike McDaniel and bring in a new GM, new head coach combination next year. But they have been playing well second half of this season. So we'll see what they do. Do they trade Tua? Do they like Quinn Ewers, who won this game yesterday? We'll have to see. The Patriots are champions of the AFC East after their win against the Patriots yesterday. The Bills lost yesterday in the primetime window of 4:30. But 42-10 in the blink of an eye. They were up 35-3 at the half. You had Mike Vrabel chuckling, calling a timeout to make the Jets running offensive plays yesterday. Drake May, 5 touchdowns, pulled in the third quarter, Tony. And the Patriots scored touchdowns on their first 6 possessions. I mean, just your typical Jet embarrassment at MetLife, right? I mean, what else do you really say here?
Oh, yeah, dude. I mean, what? Oh, my gosh, dude. Yeah, but I mean, are you really that surprised? I mean, Pats have been absolutely killing it. You said it, dude, I think last week. If Bill Belichick was still coaching, he'd be licking his fingers.
They would have scored
right
80
now,
yesterday.
Dude. Literally. And it's, kudos to the Patriots. But boy, man, like Jets. I mean, are they ever going to be good ever?
I think if they have a good GM and a good coach, but it's a problem is Woody Johnson is not going to want to fire Glenn. The years remaining on the contract, but they were talking about it this morning with the guys in for DNR, Renan and Aspen, right?
Yeah.
That in a year from now, though, you're going to be making that move.
Yeah.
So it's just Woody.
Do it now.
Head in the clouds, not making the right decision.
They were also saying how like you could have done that last year or 2 years ago, last offseason, I guess. But instead, you end up keeping Saleh, firing him like 4 games in the season.
Right.
But that year you could have had Vrabel. He was on the couch, or I think he was with the Browns maybe or something like that. And you could have Mike Vrabel. And now here he is, like on the other side of the field, kicking your ass.
And Matt says, and that is Matt Mate, by the way, or Matt Bra says there's no way or she said there's no way in hell after this season in current roster Jets would want to play for Glenn. Yeah. I mean, I think that's a valid point. Will Woody make the right call? Probably not. And Drake May, I mean, deserves some consideration for MVP. 30 touchdowns, 8 picks, 76.5 quarterback rating, 42.03 on the yardage, and a chance to have the number 1 seed in the AFC.
Kind of crazy.
Kind of nuts. The Seahawks, if they win, I think it's against San Francisco this week, they will have the number 1 seed after a 27-10 victory over the Panthers. Darnold, I think he has over 20 turnovers this year, but they're 13-3. 147 yards and a score. Charbonnet 110 and 2 touchdowns. Smith and Jigba 9 for 72. Tight game, 3-3 at the half, but then they outscored 24-7 second half. But it is interesting. They were kind of having that debate, with Jordan and Jake this morning, just with Darnold, and in terms of how far you could get, and maybe we get too carried away with being excited for these reclamation projects, because then when it comes crunch time, what are they going to do? But we will see that, and I think it would be big for Seattle to have that 12th man throughout the playoffs.
Yeah, dude, a lot of people are saying first round out.
Right. Especially maybe they have to play the Packers.
So, yeah, would that be their first playoff game?
Well, if the Packers win, because it's the lowest remaining seed if they get the number 1 seed. So a lot of things yet to be decided. Yeah.
But I mean, like, I don't know, like of any of these teams out of the NFC that could be potentially playing the Seahawks as their first game in the playoffs.
Like if it's the Rams. I mean, even though they beat the Rams.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like any one of these teams, it seems like they could beat Seattle. I
think there's like a rodent underneath the carpet.
Oh my God.
We're good. We're good. We're good. Come on. Button it up.
But yeah, no, I'm saying it just seemed like anyone can beat Seattle, dude. Darnold, the turnovers, even a big game, right? I mean, coming up, right?
Against San Francisco.
Against San Francisco, yeah. So that just seems like
if San Francisco wins, though,
games,
they're staying home for the playoffs if they win every game, because the Super Bowl is in Santa Clara.
Wow, dude.
So
that'd be crazy.
Yeah. You know what was crazy? The Eagles 13-0 at halftime, ended up pulling on 13-12. Josh Allen overthrowing his receiver there on the 2-point conversion was wide open.
Pretty bad.
Should have been a win. Eliminated them from contention of winning the AFC East. So I think something they had done 6 years in a row. And kind of a Eagle-esque victory this year. They've kind of buttoned it up recently with some wins. What'd you make of this one? I mean, I think the Bills just blew it, and that 2-point try. I mean, first of all, they shouldn't even had to go for it, because if Badgley doesn't miss his 4th extra point, they would need to kick an extra point to win the game.
No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I mean, this was definitely the Bills losing.
The rain,
the bad weather, dude. This was absolutely the Bills just kind of choking here, which is surprising. You don't see it very often, but I mean, boy, I mean, I just feel like the Eagles have seen this so often. I mean, they've won so many games by margins like this, by games that have gone massively on the under in terms of the total. And I'm kind of paraphrasing the stat they said on DNR this morning, but it was pretty interesting because they've been winning games without Hurts like kind of going off, and he's the first player since I believe they said 1974.
No passing yards second half.
No
yards second half.
Since 1974, when they started tracking these stats.
2 games.
That a quarterback has gone 0 for 7 or worse in the second half of multiple games, and that team is still won.
But basically 0 yards in the second half.
Won.
And still
those
won
games,
the game.
dude. I'm Jeremy Schaap. So it is pretty outrageous. I mean, I don't know what to put it on. I mean, is it just Sirianni?
Easiest schedule, and look what the Patriots did. Look at the Patriots.
It's the easiest schedule, right?
On their way to the playoffs, they win the division. They looked great yesterday.
This is the
Josh B just set that up.
Honestly, dude. But also, I don't know. The Pats easiest schedule thing.
No, the Pats are good. The Pats
are good. I think that's a lot of people that say that I feel like are kind of Jets enthusiasts, to be honest, or Patriot haters. But in any case, I don't know, man. With the Eagles, I mean, is it the defense? Does the defense just decide to show up? Because it's clearly not the offense. I mean, right?
Yeah.
I mean, what is like? How are the Eagles winning games like this?
No, I mean, obviously it's the defense. I mean, some games the offense have shown up. Obviously, it wasn't this game. I know the weather, but yeah, I think they're a one and done in the playoffs. Honestly,
really?
Yeah.
Let's see who. Oh, where am I?
right now they would play the Rams and lose. Rematch of last year.
Yeah, probably, right? I mean, there's
Yeah.
no way.
And then the Rams would most likely play Seattle unless Green Bay is able to beat Chicago, which they could.
Which they could.
Yeah.
They could do that. Yeah. But yeah, I would say, Eagles would definitely lose to the Rams. I mean, how do you not think Stafford throws for 300?
Right.
And Hurts is not.
Right.
So.
Throwing for 100. And then the last game of the night, the most offense of the night, and I have to say I didn't make it for the second half of this
All-time
game.
classic, neither did I.
Fell asleep before the kickoff in the second half, but the Niners 42-38, winning again in the job. I mean, we talk about it all the time, but the Kyle Shanahan has done all the injuries this year. Truly remarkable. Brock Purdy, I think, missed 8 games. But yet they find themselves here 12-4 inside track for playoffs in Santa Clara the entire postseason. Purdy was great, 303, 3 touchdowns, 1 pick, only sacked once. Christian McCaffrey, longest run of the season, 41 yards. He had a rushing touchdown, also caught 4 for 41 out of the backfield. As a team, they ran for 200 yards. Brock Purdy with 2 rushing touchdowns. I think coming into this game, they hadn't punted in a month.
That's ridiculous.
How unbelievable is it what he's doing? All the injuries on defense. They had Fred Warner doing the pregame commentary for NBC yesterday. 6 straight victories here. I think what is it? 7 out of 8. I mean, unbelievable, right?
It is unbelievable. I mean, the story of Brock Purdy himself is unbelievable. You put on top of that, the things that this team organization has had to endure. I mean, you think Shanahan is the best coach in the NFL right now?
I mean, he has to be in the conversation,
right?
I mean, obviously, what Ben Johnson and Liam Cohen have done
deserves
some notice.
But
course.
Niners will be playing for the top seed, are they not?
Yes, Saturday on ESPN. You got that doubleheader Saturday. So Panthers, Bucks, followed by Seahawks, Niners.
All-time classic.
All-time classic. Fred Warner could be back for the NFC Championship game after a fractured foot, I think it was. But it's great that they've gotten McCaffrey going.
Dominant.
And I think they're dangerous, but so are the Bears. I know they end up losing this one, but the step forward that Caleb Williams has done, and we talk about this all the time, the value of coaching Ben Johnson.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, I don't listen. I mean, we were just going over waxing poetic about the Niners. Like, by no means are the Bears going to be looked on like, wow, like that's a ridiculous loss. It was one of those games, honestly, with the Bears which I feel like have been so good at doing this all season long. They just didn't have that like end of the game big play. We've seen Caleb Williams make that play a few times this year, end of the half, end of the game. And they just didn't have that. So they were that one big play away from winning. So, I mean, that's what the Bears have been doing all season long. They continue to do that. And obviously going to be a great rest of the year. Who do they have next? You said the Bears? Did you say?
The Bears. No, I didn't say. Let's see here. So
upcoming schedule, Detroit.
Lions.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude.
So probably win that game. So that would be
will win that
12 wins. Yeah. That'd be something.
Crazy turnaround.
But one game left in week 17, Falcons, Rams tonight. And the Rams obviously needing to win here to stay alive for that number 1 seed, and will need help. Besides that, 7-point favorites. I mean, is it as simple as this seems here, even though the Rams are on the road, but just that Atlanta, despite winning the last 2, has shown this year they're 6-9 for a reason, and it's a Rams walk away, or is it a Corso not so fast?
You're asking me? No, it's not so fast. It's a chalk. It's
even faster.
Honestly, dude. Yeah, sprinting, dude.
By the way, Matt says Eagles plus 850 to win the Super Bowl. Rams in first at 490. Value on both of those, but if I had to take one of those, I would definitely take the Rams plus 490. And then Josh B with they apparently do play hard. They just suck ass.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, it is tough. But I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if this is close to start. I think Cousins is playing for his future in the league here. Pitts has been unbelievable. Drake London should be good to go. We know about Bijan. But I don't know. I'm kind of like interested to see what happens here.
Yeah, I mean,
I can see a lot of points being scored.
I mean, you're stoked about Bijan, so that makes sense. I guess I can see some points being scored. Falcons maybe hanging around for the first half. But, I mean, what do you think? First half, 14-7?
Or 14-14?
No way.
21-20. Maybe, right?
21-20 final score?
Of the first half.
Really?
It could be that many points.
I don't think so. I don't know.
Cousins is going to be slinging it, though. And if Bijan busts one, dude.
Is he going to be slinging it to, guys in blue helmets?
I mean, maybe not. Kyle Pitts, honestly, that's a guy that deserves some recognition here.
Who are you rooting for this game? Who
Who
are you rooting for? You rooting for the Rams?
Trying to think. I mean, yeah, I guess. And it just makes with the Rams win, then it's for sure that game on Saturday between the Bucs and the Panthers is
the
for
most.
the title.
Yeah.
Because of the tiebreakers. I don't know. Just crazy scenarios. The guy was breaking it down on the pregame last night.
It is a lot, dude. It's a
lot to take in. It's a lot to take in. What do you miss? What's a crazy stat? I was just looking at this. Tyler Algier, we talk about vultures. More rushing touchdowns than Bijan Robinson this year, 8-6.
Wow,
which is interesting. So, in any time I don't have the number, actually, I'll just look it up. What's your guess on when an Algier anytime is? My guess is going to be plus 210.
I would say 250.
And by the way, too, Matthew asking a couple things here, actually.
Yeah, he says Rams Bills Super Bowl ? I mean, could be. I don't know.
Bills got to button up that defense.
Bills have to button up. He also mentions Allen blew it yesterday, the throw for 2. And then he says Captain Kirk.
You never know.
And then Matt says, hey, is that heavyweights on TV in the background? Yes, it is, dude. Classic. Okay.
All-time classic.
Brian's never seen it.
No. Plus 210. What did I say? Did I say plus? Did I say plus 210?
I think you may have.
That's actually now it's usually at plus 250, right?
Yeah. Or plus 2, yeah, I think I did.
Yeah. Wow.
I can run it back. Hold on. Let's see. Let's get the official.
Drake London plus 170. Kyle Pitts plus 210.
Wow. I can run.
Talk about vultures. Year anytime is. My guess is going to be plus 210.
I would say
that's nuts.
That's nuts,
really,
dude.
Dead nuts.
That's dead nuts. There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
So you love that, and Kyle Pitts. I mean,
How about dead nuts?
Kyle Pitts plus 210 is an anytime touchdown. But the thing is, this has never happened before in NFL history. Right now, if he doesn't score in this game or the next game, which would be the last game, obviously, but he would go through his first 5 seasons scoring exactly 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 touchdowns.
Really?
Never been done.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
You think he's trying to do that now?
No. Obviously, he'd love to get to 1,000 yards and maybe score 3, 4 more touchdowns, get that free agency dollars up. We'll see if the Falcons want to retain him. Maybe a franchise tag is in order. We'll have to see. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that Cousins has been competing. So
yeah,
I mean, I don't think it's crazy to say that they have a chance to win here. But am I anticipating it? No. But I just think that I think Cousins has looked better than Penix. No.
Oh yeah, no, by far. I mean, not even just in skill. I just feel like even in like poise, just like Cousins in the pocket just looks more calm.
Yeah, exactly.
Experience shows confidence.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's what it's all about. In his last 2 games, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. So
love that.
We'll see if we get that version, as Matthew says, of Captain Kirk tonight.
That version.
But let's strike up the music. A Week 17 Monday Night Football frenzy.
All right, you said it, dude. Monday night. I don't know. I mean, you seem like you think it's going to be a good game. I don't know if I'm of that same ilk here. Falcons at home, 2-4, 6-9, Brian, on the season.
Raheem Morris.
We know about the Rams.
Days winding down.
Days winding down for Raheem Morris here. The Rams open at 8.5. Right now, the spread you can get at -7. Total is 49.5 here. Falcons working on back-to-back wins, beating Tampa, beating Arizona. Rams, we know, tough loss, OT. Darnold couldn't handle the turnovers that Darnold have. Take advantage. Are they taking advantage of any turnovers tonight, Brian?
I think they probably will. But like I said, I think it's going to be close. Maybe Rams pull away fourth quarter end up winning by 10, but I think there's a lot of points, a lot of passing yards, and I think, Bijan, Puka for your anytime touchdowns, but I think Rams at the end of the day here win, let's say 34-24. So give me the Rams in the over. What do you got?
I guess I'll do the same. Rams in the over. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe the first half it's 7-7, whatever, though. But maybe
7-7 after the first possession.
I'm not done yet, dude. 7-7, dude. But then right as the half ends, Brian.
As it ends, Brian.
60-yard receiving touchdown, 14-7 going, and Rams don't look back. Nakua gets 2 more in the second half, totaling for 4 tutties for Puka Nakua. Stafford 302 through the air. Final score here. Give me the Rams 28, Falcons I guess 21. So give me
just
the Rams and the over.
I thought that'd be 49, no? 28-21.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, just in the under. Wow, dude. Living it have it.
And just like that, your Week 17 Monday Night Football frenzy. So I think some good offense, and some offensive bets.
You gonna watch the whole game, dude?
Probably not. Probably
Yeah,
a half, maybe
Yeah.
a little into the third if it's close.
Mhm.
We'll see. And then he says, like, massive surprise diarrhea blowout. Easy dub for the Rams, expecting blowout. Okay,
There we go.
all right, we'll see. Joe and Troy, hoping for better. But let's go now to the world of the National Hockey League.
He scores! Captain with the overtime winner! That's the middle. That's a world-class hit right here. Tomsky stepping. Rick Washington made the full split save.
Are you kidding me? Turn, side of the net, between the legs, and they score! Filthy! But David Pasternak,
The silver trophy to the Golden Knights.
All right. So, unfortunately for the Rangers on Saturday, first game out of the break, we're happy about that dominant come from behind victory against Washington, but then followed up a 2-0 shutout at UBS. Islanders winning their second consecutive game over the Rangers this year.
Second
shutout, 7-0. They've outscored them. We will get another game in just less than a month from now. But this was a game where you're facing their backup tender. 27 shots on goal. Igor was great, 24-25. But the puck just could not find the back of the net. You lit up that goal in the first minute, and then just don't answer. I mean, just as flat as you could be. Do you think it was, the desserts, the drinking over the break, and just not taking this one, I guess, as seriously as they should?
Damn.
They look hungover out there.
I hate to say that. I mean, yeah. I mean, I guess they didn't play a terrible game, I suppose. I mean, you look at the shots on goal. I mean, they obviously, not much to show for it, obviously, in terms of lighting the lamp. 0 for 3 in the power play, several opportunities here. A goal that was called back, which was kind of nonsense, I thought. It's tough, dude, because again, watching this, they really didn't have a bad game. They really, Laba played hard, Will Cooley played hard, Panarin had quite a few shots on goal. Trocheck was playing hard too. I'm trying to think, was it Noah Laba? I think, did you see, or you didn't watch the game?
No,
right,
I didn't get a chance to watch.
Maybe it was Lafreniere or Cooley. I forget who it was, dude, but absolute wrister, gets past Rittich, goes bar down on the goal line, doesn't go in. Everyone celebrates though. Goal. Islanders keep on playing. They eventually do whistle at a goal. And then they go back, review it, no goal. So a 1-1 game turns back to 1-0. Carson Soucy had a penalty shot, dude, in the third period.
Wide right?
No, it was. I mean, listen, I understand it's Carson Soucy. You're not expecting much out of him, but you have to
Score a penalty shot.
You have to have something in your back pocket for a penalty shot. I mean, he does I I guess he kind of comes in quick, maybe slows down a little bit, does a little bit of the deeks of the puck handling, but then maybe shoots, I think, glove side and just Rich is on top of it. Like there just wasn't a move really there. And it's 1-0 third period penalty shot. I mean, like, come on, dude, like, I don't know, man. I mean, I not to put a game on him per se, but I've seen some defensemen have some tremendous shootout goals. I mean, you think of Malik way back in like 2006 for the Rangers in a shootout, crazy. It was like a 20-leg shootout, Brian. Like nobody was scoring. Defenseman goes out there. This guy was like 6'5", old at the time too. You've definitely seen
they
it.
Had shootouts in 2006, or that was at the beginning of the shootout, right? Eric, because was the lockout in
2004?
Yeah, I think so, right?
Yeah.
So crazy they missed the whole season.
I know, right? Imagine.
Yeah.
But
yeah, let's not imagine it for baseball.
No, dude. But still, I mean, back again, like it is frustrating because it's you're getting shut out here on the road. You're supposed to be way better on the road, and to me it was reminiscent of one of those first few games of the season where it was like you had these opportunities, these chances, just couldn't find the back of the net. And I mean, Rich played a great game. I mean, Islanders are playing some pretty solid hockey right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it is a disappointing loss. It gave me, I have mixed feelings certainly for tonight. But I don't know. It definitely wasn't the worst loss I've seen all season. So I guess that's good.
It's not, but in kind of echoing that, Matt says Rangers suck way too much. Disappointing from where we were in 23. Obviously, Tony knows President's Trophy. And then Matt E says the Rangers were hammered in Miami. Not Miami yet, but we'll be there for the Winter Classic. So it's the game tonight, and then the next one is the Winter Classic.
That's right.
So win tonight. It's interesting, like the Ryan Meads of the world and some of the other Twitter personalities kind of saying like before the deadline, the Rangers need to play a lot better. Otherwise, there'll be a sell-off. Do you really think that or no? It also, what the hell are you going to sell off?
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Panarin.
If I'm Chris Drury, that's what I'm going to try to do, right? I mean,
but wouldn't it be? I mean, what else would it be? You're not going to trade Gavrikov.
No, definitely not. But I mean,
you're not going to trade Fox.
Could be like a Lafreniere spot. No, you're not going to trade those guys. But again, like
Lafreniere, but does anyone want him? Like, I don't.
I mean, yeah, teams would want him.
But with that contract retainment,
no, yeah, there's going to be some.
Chicago wasn't under that type of contract.
No, he wasn't. But I'm just saying in terms of skill level. In terms of first round bust, like people.
What are we going to trade him for? Erik Karlsson?
You love that Erik Karlsson. Talk about retainment. I mean,
he's beat now.
But yeah, dude. I mean, if the Rangers are yeah, I mean, they should be sellers at that point. I mean, if it's I mean, the Metropolitan is
I don't know. I just feel like they could turn around, but I know it's like last year waiting, and then they don't.
It's interesting. I don't know. I mean, it's just such an enigma, dude. I feel like I've never seen games like this before. So many in a season where it's exactly that, where it is like they have good opportunities. They're just not scoring. They're getting shut out.
Right.
They're getting absolutely dogged at home all year long. I mean, I've never seen a season like this by any team, to be honest. And it is really frustrating and super annoying. But I mean, honestly, part of me at this point is just like just get Drury out of there. Honestly, like just get everyone out of there at this point, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Oh my God, dude. I mean, seeing Kreider at the Garden in the Ducks jersey was still like one of the saddest things I've seen all year, dude.
Yeah. But I don't know. I just want to, push forward, and I think give Peralt more chances.
Yeah, he didn't have a lot of scoring opportunities at all.
Right.
He had one shot on goal yesterday, something like that.
Yeah.
Matt says Rangers disappoint me more than the Jets. I would step on that train as well, dude.
Well, yeah, because the Jets, you're expecting to be better. Rangers, you feel like they should be better, and especially talking about 23. So yeah, it's tough, but I just think, new general manager. It's how we feel about Cashman. It's how we feel about Drury right now. So we'll see what they do. But obviously an opportunity tonight. It's a big of a win and get some momentum heading into the Winter Classic. And I hope Peralt has some good shifts. Played 13 and a half minutes last time. Maybe we get that up a tick or two. You beat Raleigh last time. You played well on the road. Despite this game, maybe they felt like they were at home because it's so close to home. So maybe that's why they didn't play well. But let's put that to the test in Raleigh tonight. Let's get the W. Come on. And before we do the picks, a lot of games tonight.
Yeah.
Are we updated from last time or no?
Oh, picks? Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure. Let's see. Right now, I am 89-71. You are 86-74.
So still a chance here, as we only have a couple days left.
That's right. We both went 4-2 over the break.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And I think you're up, right?
Yeah, because it looks like you picked the Rangers. So I want to say, I guess I'm up first. Am I going to pick the Rangers? I don't know. We'll find out.
You definitely are, but let's do another edition of the Frozen Frenzy here on a Monday, the third to last of the 2025 year.
Third to last. Kind of tough, dude. Not going to lie. But hey, man, yeah, I guess give me the Rangers here. Plus 154.
The value.
Dude, honestly, hot value. Over under is 5.5 too. This may be worth sprinkling a few shekels on Rangers in the over. A little foreshadow for you right there. Rangers, best road record in the league, 14-7-1. I want to say Colorado is probably second with maybe 12 or 13 wins. So nothing crazy, but still best record on the road. They have dropped 3 of their last 5 road games, though. Something to think about here. Hurricanes coming into this game, 23-11-3, 12-6-1 at home. I would imagine that's a great home record, way better than the Rangers, no doubt about that. I think Seth Jarvis is going to be on the IR. Yes, dude, he's week to week with an upper body injury. He, Brian, is leading the Hurricanes in goals scored, which is good for us that he's out. So you have that. Kind of a weird goal situation there over there. Carolina Anderson, Bussi, and Kochekov. Kind of getting some rideshare time recently. Bussi coming up for Kochekov, who was injured.
Taking an Uber back to PNC Arena or the Lenovo Center.
Back to the Lenovo Center. He's a Long Island kid, this guy. In any case, 27-year-old rookie having a good season. Doesn't really matter, obviously. Well, I mean, I guess it kind of does. Why the 5.5 is there. Hurricanes just snapped a 3-game losing skid, beat Detroit 5-2. Detroit's the second best team, by the way, in the Metropolitan. Hurricanes, one of the better teams, by the way, out of the East. Which is why the Rangers plus 154. I know I'm kind of like teetering here. But yeah, give me the Rangers. Give me the over here. I think maybe high goal scoring.
Anytime? Yeah, got to be some good odds on that puppy.
I would imagine some great odds. Why not? Do pro anytime. Taylor Hall getting some more ice time, by the way, for Carolina because Seth Jarvis is out. Watch out for him maybe anytime. Plus odds probably through the roof there, Brian. But in any case here, give me Will Cooley. I'm going to say OT winner, 4-3, Rangers over. Book it right there, Josh B.
Yeah, I think it's just one of those situations for me here. Let the Avalanche go to work.
My mom says nice hat.
The rest takes care of itself. Avs 15-0-2 at home this year, 28-2-7. I think 6-2 over the Kings. I think it's decisive. Scoring plenty from everybody. The McCarrs, the McKinnons. So just give me the Avalanche and the over, holding serve at Ball Arena.
From one New York team to the next, Buffalo on the road against St. Louis. Sabres hot. I think they've won 8 in a row, looking to make it 9, Brian. They take the 9th one. Over under is 5.5. It is decisive. Bless you. Give me Sabres winning this one. Regulation, they win 5-3. Tage Thompson, a Hattie Boom Batty. St. Louis Blues go home, stay home, losers, Buffalo in the over.
I think I'm going to take a page out of your book here, and the Bruins are struggling. It looks like 5 in a row. They've lost, but road underdogs due for a win against Calgary, who actually has won 3 out of 4 here. So I think that reversal trend is going to come in big here. I think a dominant Bruins win here. I'm going to say they win 4-2. So give me the Bruins and the under.
And the under there, Brian. All right, let's see. Bada bing, bada boom, bada bing, dude. I guess give me Florida at home. Why not? Go to Sunrise. We'll be sticking around there for the Winter Classic. Panthers take on the Caps. Both 20-win teams here. Florida minus 130. Over under is 5.5. I kind of like the under here, not going to lie. Both goaltenders on both sides have been killing it all year long. Panthers just dropped the game in Tampa Bay, but they've won 3 of the last 5. Caps lost 3 of the last 5. Just beat the Jersey Devils in overtime to snap a 3-game skid. So they're due for a loss here on the road. Give me Panthers in a shootout. I'm going to say 2-1. I guess give me Brad Marchand, the only shootout scorer. Panthers under.
Plus 150 on DraftKings. No, I'm just kidding.
I was saying, no, it's not, right?
I mean, imagine the odds only shootout goal scorer. I mean, that's got to be crazy.
Honestly, yeah, probably.
But it's always a good show in Vegas. Give me the home team here. I think the Knights, will double up the Wild 6-3. Eichel, hat trick. Knights over just like that. Your Monday Frozen Frenzy. And let's get that Ranger W tonight, but also let's get the grid up of the immaculate form here and some Texas feel with both the Astros and the Rangers.
You got one for that?
It feels like one of those things you're just gonna rattle it off right away.
Dallas Keuchel.
A little late. Better late than never.
Why? What do you got?
I mean Beltran. Let's see what
Carlos Beltran would be high. No, I feel
like everyone forgets about Texas.
Okay,
4%. I feel like it's better with Beltran. I had to guess.
Beltran, Carlos variety, bang, 4%.
Let's see. So Texas, why are you have one for Houston, LA?
Oh yeah, we've done Jason Hayward
Kimbrel.
in the past. Oh, we can do Kimbrel. I think we've done Kimbrel in the past as well, to be honest.
Kimbrel 0.8.
Let's do Craig Kimbrel. Any chance that when Hayward was on the Astros, he had 100 runs in a season?
Definitely not. Let me see here. Lance Berkman, 4%.
Lance Berkman, 4%. Bang. How about this? Rangers Nationals, Mark DeRosa.
Who else?
Honestly, D-Row. Let's go, baby.
And I was going to say dead nuts. Edwin Jackson.
Bang. 2%.
Let's see this 100 runs season.
Paul LaDuca.
Paul LaDuca.
No, I don't think he definitely didn't have 100 runs for the Nationals.
Maybe Soriano.
Alfonso Soriano.
Yeah, 2%.
All right, let's do it, dude. Alfonso Soriano. Bang, 2%, baby.
All right, now
200 hits in a season now. Anything with the peanut gallery, by the way? Oh, wow, he did. Soriano.
Wow.
Josh B with the nice. He called it. There we go.
There we go.
And he comments, tough grid.
It is a tough grid.
The 200 hits is a lot, dude.
It is a lot. But it also can be done, though, no?
I mean, obviously, it's there.
Rafael Palmeiro's 15%. I don't know if Juan Gonzalez did it. And then you think about the Dodgers. Did Kemp do it?
I don't know.
No. Let's see. Other guys. Did Bellinger do it in his MVP year?
Freddie Freeman's done it. I would imagine he's high.
Freddie's 21. But you think about all-time Dodgers. Like way back, maybe like a Roy Campanella? Or no?
Yeah, I mean, because you want to try it? Like, you want to just do it?
No, he probably hasn't done it.
How about like a Babe Ruth for 100
Duke
runs
Schneider?
and 200 hits?
Like
Baby Ruth.
There we go.
0.9.
I feel like Duke Schneider has done it.
We have 3 comments here. Did Piazza do it in LA?
I feel like he didn't.
I feel like no way, dude. 200 is a lot.
Wow, Duke Schneider, that rat bastard.
Didn't do it?
199 twice. Also had 198 hits. Let's see. Other guys.
Wow, Josh B's right.
What? Piazza did it?
Piazza did it.
Wow.
We're doing Mike Piazza.
I don't remember him being good with the Dodgers.
1 year, 201 hits.
Oh, wow. He was good.
97.
Holy. That's crazy.
Yeah, he was really good.
That's crazy. The
Look at the year.
Marlins, like Fritz, 5 games. Oh, we actually got to trade Piazza. Doesn't want to be here.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Like, talk about a lack of insight.
Lack of insight and
So,
awareness.
It's the Rangers we're left
It's
with here.
the Rangers.
I kind of feel like it's Juan Gonzalez.
Jackie Robinson ? And then he says LOL.
Let me just check on
Juan Gonzalez.
No. Crazy.
This is a tough one, dude.
I don't know. I feel like Corey Seager hasn't played enough games to do it. Wait, it has to be with them, right?
It does have to be with them. When paired with a non-team category, it does not have to be in the same season.
I mean, A-Rod, I guess. Let me just make sure. I thought Pudge would have done it, but he didn't. And I thought Palmeiro would have done it.
Michael Young, probably high, he says.
Let's-
A-Rod, probably high. Josh B,
Probably high.
Classic.
Just do A-Rod. Was that-
26%,
Okay.
25%.
Palmeiro would have been 15. Rat bastard.
I mean, like, we can look to see who else did it.
44.
8 players, it shows.
But then
Eight.
was it going to be? Oh no, it was all Michael Young, Julio
Julio
Franco,
Franco.
or Ruben Sierra. Ruben Sierra, you kidding me? Mickey Rivers.
Are you kidding me? Buddy Bell.
Hey, bud.
Hey, bud. All right, we're going to the gridiron now, I guess. right?
Going to the gridiron here.
Wow, look, it's Falcons Rams.
There we go. First one, Falcons Rams. Dante Fowler.
Not to be confused with Cam Fowler.
Right next to him, Zacchaeus. Wow, look at you. I was worried about you with this one. Not gonna lie.
Stop it.
This guy, and then Tyler Algier, the vulture himself for the 1,000 yards.
3%.
There we go.
Bang.
Below him, Travis Henry, 1,000 yards.
Bills yards. CJ
Do
Spiller.
Travis Henry instead. Josh B, tight.
Travis Henry.
Yeah.
3%. Josh B.
Tight. And then I'm thinking for the Bez, Anthony Thomas.
2%.
Nice. And then I'm thinking here, let's see, for the Rams and the Bills and the Eagles should be what? Clements? No, I'm thinking of somebody else. Gilmore. No?
Not Gilmore.
Wow, that's surprising. McCown.
Josh McCown.
Josh McCown. Yeah, so Eagles, Bears, Josh McCown.
Eagles, Bears. 2% for good old Joshy boy.
All right. Bears, Rams. Who's Bills? Also, I mean, there's McCoy. And I think Kevin Cobb. No? Wow. Oh, but Matt Barkley dead nuts.
Matt
Barkley
Barkley.
dead nuts.
Matt Barkley. Josh B is real tight.
Oh, yeah. Because we didn't use this first one.
Definitely. Has said anything. Matt Barkley, dead nuts. Mm-hmm.
Bills, Rams, there is Von Miller.
I like Von Miller.
But also I think maybe Matt Gay. Let's see. No? Okay.
Okay.
Let's see here. Looking for something. Okay. Let's see here. Brad Smith. Brad Smith for what?
He said Brad Smith too. I think he meant dead nuts. He did say Matt Barkley, dead nuts. I think he's a little behind us, maybe.
Yeah, has to be.
Has to be behind us. That's the way he likes it. Case Keenum, Bills, Rams.
Bills, Rams, yeah. And you could do
2%.
Foles, but I'm guessing this is going to be high, but I'll see what it is anyway. If Foles is 23%.
That would ruin the grid. Ruin.
Just trying to think though, if there's anybody else. Because I don't think Chase Daniel was on the Rams, at least as far as I'm aware of. Oh, but isn't it or no, Goodwin wasn't on the Rams, I don't think. Let's see. Tight ends. Seems like we're kind of at a crossroads here.
Want to look it up?
Yeah, I guess.
We're at a crossroads. Players who have played for the Bears and the Rams. Interesting. Let's go for passing here. We have quite a few quarterbacks. That's not Nick Foles. Let's see. This guy retired in 04, 88 to 04 quarterback. That's the most recent who's not named Nick Foles.
Different position?
Yeah, it's a different position, rushing. Only one player in this century rushed
Wide receiver?
for both these teams. We're going to have to go to wide receivers. Let's go to receiving yards here. This century. Only a few. My goodness. All right, let's see what this guy's about here. Not drafted, went to Middle Tennessee State. You're probably not going to know him. This guy was drafted second round by the Rams, 2017. Tight end.
What school?
He's a tight end out of South Alabama.
Not Gerald Everett. What?
Is that who you want to say?
Is that who it is?
Is that who you want to say?
So it's Gerald Everett.
It is Gerald Everett.
There we go.
There we go. That was a good pull, dude.
Yeah.
1%, dude.
Nice, dude. Okay.
25.
To the hardwood we go.
To the hardwood we go. Bum, bum, bum. It's NBA and it's on.
All right,
the
so Nuggets, Sixers, DeAndre Jordan.
Wow, Josh B said it, by the way, too. Gerald Everett.
There we go.
Sorry, DeAndre Jordan for who?
Right there, you had it.
Rocker,
Top middle.
Nuggets, Sixers. DeAndre
Jordan.
Is it an apostrophe? I think it's a DE, right? His name? DeAndre Jordan. Yep. 3% for DeAndre Jordan. New Orleans. Texas A&M.
Rockets and Magic, Steve Francis.
Rockets, Magic. Bang. Steve Francis, 8%.
Let's see here. So
let's go, Josh B.
Warriors Hall of Fame, Rick Barry.
17% for Rick Barry out of Elizabeth, New Jersey. Orlando Hall of Fame.
Dwight Howard.
3% for Dwight Howard. Did he just get into the Hall of Fame?
Yeah, he did. Sixers Hall of Fame, Moses Malone.
14%
There
for
we go.
Moses Malone out of Petersburg, Virginia.
Let's see here.
Josh Beach's Hall of Fame. Magic. Hewing. Too late, Josh.
I think, let's see.
Nuggets.
So,
Golden
Kyle
State
Lowry
Warriors,
for Sixers and Rockets.
Sixers, Rockets. Kyle Lowry. 5% for Kyle Lowry.
Let's see. Warriors, Rockets.
Every time, Josh.
Every friggin' time. Let's see. The Rockets and the Warriors. Oh, so we have 3. And then, but Nuggets, Magic. I think Aaron Aflalo. Yes.
For Nuggets, Magic?
Yeah.
Aaron?
And then, or just search Aflalo. It's AFF. Yeah.
Oh, there it is.
Former UCLA Bruin.
Wow, dude. A Bruin from LA.
I think he was on the Knicks at one point, too.
Looks like he was on New York in 2015.
Okay, so Nuggets, Warriors, Rockets, Warriors.
Nuggets, Warriors, Dead Nuts, JaVale McGee.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go, Josh B. Josh B knows ball. Can't play ball, though.
Ha! Even though I'm off this week, I got bruh stuff to do. Thanks for the stream, Deuterinos. Yeah, thank you, Matt.
Peace out, Matt.
Anytime, man. Good to have you here. Let's see. So the last one here, Rockets, Warriors. Trying to think about. This is a guy
on the Rockets, Warriors.
Not Livingston. Not D'Angelo Russell. Not Baron Davis. Not Clint Capella. I guess start looking it up.
Josh says Jeremy Lin.
Okay, yeah, just do it. Gives us just enough time to do the hockey grid. Hopefully it's not a tough one.
5%, 71.
Pretty
dude.
solid.
There we go. Pretty solid.
But now we're talking 300-win goalies.
I mean, it's hard to get a low number with that, dude. I don't know what you want from me. I mean, 300 wins, dude. I mean, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Curtis Joseph for the Red Wings.
Curtis Joseph. All right, let's do it, dude. Not Hasek.
Wait, Cujo? No, I feel like Josh is a big Cujo guy.
A huge Cujo guy. Let's do Fleury up here. He's going to be 1,000. Marc-Andre Fleury. And then I guess for Vancouver, Luongo is the only one I can really think
Luongo.
of. Roberto.
Who cares?
Roberto Luongo. 80%. A 60 and an 80 on the board, dude. Don't worry about anything. Red Wings, Tampa, we can do my guy, Vladislav Nemetsnikov. Tampa and
you had a good one last time because I said it was Gensel. That's high, but there's another one you had said.
Gensel for
Tampa.
Oh, Tampa. Was it Connor
Pittsburgh.
Sheary? It must have been Connor Sheary.
Had to have been.
Connor Sheary, 4%. And then also next to him, Columbus, Pittsburgh, former Ranger, Derek Brassard.
Mr. Brassard, how are you?
Is it 1R? No, it's not 1R. What the hell? There. Oh, it is 1R. Derek Brassard. Red Wings, Columbus, former Ranger, Tyler Mott.
What about Andrew
Kopp?
All
right, this may get kind of tough. I think Michael Delzato played for Vancouver, but I'm not sure. Definitely played for Columbus.
Delzato's good.
Delzato's good?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Delzato is good.
So we're left with Canucks.
Dead nuts, dude.
Gotta start looking around. Where's Tommy Hockey?
Brad Richards, maybe. I don't think he played for Vancouver.
Dude, who was the one? Remember, you had to guess one like before. Remember, I was like, oh, he has the
same last name.
I forgot who that was.
I forget who it was.
No,
too.
it wasn't a tight end.
I don't know who it was. Someone in the NFL. You said
no, it was name. NHL.
Really?
Yeah, it was for NHL. I forgot who it was though.
I know you did. Oh, damn, who did you do that? Like same last name. I'm trying to think, dude. Vancouver.
So there's actually a lot. So one guy, he's on the Rangers
currently.
Yep. But he might be high. I guess I could just check.
He might be high, like stoned.
He honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he did.
He's on the Rangers right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not going to be like any of the young guys. It's not.
Oh
my God,
JT
high. Miller.
But he's
JT
37%.
Of course, JT
There's
Miller got
another
traded to Tampa.
guy who's a goalie.
Barclay Goodrow, a goalie who's in the Rangers.
Not in the Rangers.
Casey DeSmith. Louis Domingue. It was Louis Domingue.
Yes.
Louis Domingue.
Yes.
Yes, dude.
Sean Burke was the other one.
Sean Burke. Hartford's great. Louis Domingue, how much for?
1, 8, 6, 3. Honestly, successful though. Successful addition.
Not bad.
Immaculate grid. Just getting back into the swing of things. Time to put the cheesecake down.
Oh my God, dude.
But I feel like it just flew by.
It did fly by, dude. Very nice job. Clocking in at 136, 1140 almost.
I'm sure you can't wait. 2 days from now, we get started on the quarterfinals, college football playoff.
Stop it, dude.
Ohio State, Miami, the nostalgia. So yeah, we're fired up about that. I think UConn gets back underway on Wednesday as well. But until then, the National Hockey League, obviously, the Monday Night Football game tonight. But yeah, we're definitely going to talk about the college football as the week progresses. And Buckets Lakers, they finally won. So there's that. Knicks have been doing well. I know they beat the Hawks. So yeah, that is where we're at. I just wanted to see. Knicks are in New Orleans, but the Pelicans 8.5-point favorites should roll. Pelicans 8-25. So we'll see. And I know I'm playing Josh Bean fantasy this week, so I'm ready to go. All jacked up after all this shit talking with the picks. And you know what just bothered me with that is still I have not heard. Like we don't want to blow it. That's why we're not going double or nothing. Nothing. None of that though. None of that. But that's all right. It's all right. We'll be the bigger people here.
We are the bigger people.
But that being said, thank you all for tuning in and continuing to comment, like, and subscribe. All of the archives on the YouTube page, Tony, Michael, Renee, and Jay and Costa, the merch at DowntimeTV.com. Want everybody to enjoy the day, enjoy the game.
Let's go Rangers!
Let's go Rangers, and we will see you mañana.
Hey guys, Tony here from Downtime TV checking in. I want to thank all our fans out there who's been liking, subscribing, sharing our content. You guys are the best. You guys are our bloodline. You make us love what we do. Thanks again.